Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm back again. Let's see, this is 2 weeks later from the last time I made my video. You see I've been steady cutting my grass. I bought a lawnmower, brand new, Craftsman 2 lawn machine. No wait, lawn tractor, sorry. Anyways, I got a fairly okay price on it. You know, it's no zero turn, but boy, it sure beats a push mower. I can cut almost all of my yard in like 4 hours, so that's pretty good. Some other stuff that we've been working on, it's just been crazy. A lot of things have been not going well. Some things have been. The goats, while we're down here, they've got this just about cleared out, but now this was actually a smaller area that they got put in this time. So I'm gonna have to move them soon. But I'm out of fence right now. I don't know, let's see if I get my finger out of the way. Yeah, so you can see the chickens over there, they're just hanging out. So they're actually staying pretty close to home right now. We're still not getting eggs out of them, but at least they're staying close to home. But the goats, like I said, you know, they're about ready to be moved. They've really gotten a lot of this stuff all eaten down. I might get in here and bend some of these stalks over just so that way they can get that stuff up on the top. I might bend these trees over so they can eat the leaves off of those too, which is really what I want them to get rid of, right? I want them to really do away with the trees and stuff in here, not so much the grass. But yeah, I've got my comfry in the ground finally. I just got the cardboard down so that way the weeds won't get up in there still. Let's see here. We got our raised beds put in. This is all lettuce. We just planted this Saturday. I guess it was, yeah, Saturday. And it's already just loaded with it. So, you know, we let them grow up a little bit more and then we'll thin them out. All the soil, it costs 23 bucks for a half yard. Each one of these little compartments holds a half yard. Totally calculated at the time. Had nothing to do with how it was convenient to cut the boards. But they're about 5.5 foot by 6 foot. 6 foot going that way, 5.5 foot this way. So anyways, yeah, we got some plastic that we had put over it because Saturday and Sunday, boy, did it just really pour the rain down. Which was good because it brought to light some issues. I'll talk about those in a second. But yeah, anyways, this whole compartment right here is just all lettuce. We got some of the butter sweet or something. I don't remember what it's called. Lettuce, that's what's growing up already. We got those in the little packs. Then we've got some, let's see here. Some collard greens. Those things are really struggling, but they took the brunt of the weather, and honestly I don't mind if we don't have collard greens. Some broccoli. I think this whole row right here is all broccoli. Then there's some cabbage, some cauliflower, some kale is in here. There's some Brussels sprouts going. We got an eggplant. That one's the eggplant. That one's a red bell pepper. Sweet banana. That one's the cauliflower. All of the cauliflowers and the Brussels sprouts and the cabbages all kind of look the same as far as the plant goes, but they're all just right in here. And then the kale's in the back corner right over here. And then over here, this pot has all those little green specks, or each one of those is a little tobacco plant that's sprouted. I took my plant, so when, oh, there you are. When you're growing tobacco for tobacco use, you have to crop the buds off of them, so that way all the good nutrients and stuff all come out into the leaves instead of going into the buds and the seeds. And so on this plant, I did not do that. Because it was the only plant I had, and I had some seeds that were in the fridge because that's where you're supposed to store them, in a cool, dark place, and the fridge is ideal for that. But I didn't know, you know, are those still going to be viable next year? What, you know, what, and I've only got one plant right now, so what's really the point in trying to harvest anything off of it? So anyways, I let it go to seed, and boy, I probably got at least 1,000 tobacco seeds off of just that one plant. So that's good to know, that I don't have to let more than one plant go to seed. But yeah, man, that thing was just loaded with them. That little pot right there, all I did with that was I just took one of the pods that comes off of there and I sprinkled them in there, and it was probably 50 seeds. So I don't know how many of those are going to grow up into be a viable plant, but if I get one out of there, I'll be happy with it. Up on the house, I've been doing a lot of work with the air conditioning. Mostly where we're at right now is still working on the air conditioning ductwork and replacing that. We had somebody come out to try and clean them, and he said that if you ran a little brush through them, they would just fall apart. I think I talked about that in my last video. And anyways, he basically recommended that they get replaced, and he quoted us, you know, just kind of an off-the-cuff number, and it was gonna be a few $1,000s, and he said we could probably get that cheaper elsewhere. I think he just really didn't want to do it. But you know, it's something that I can do, and I'll tell you, I know why he didn't want to do it. But anyways, I've been going through all that. But so one of the issues that I ran into, I don't know, probably Friday of last week, was everything was just too wet down there. It was too humid. I bought some humidity and temperature sensors, a little kit. I don't remember. It was off of Amazon. It was like 50 bucks, but it came with 4 sensors that you could put in different locations. 3 sensors, I'm sorry. One of them is the screen. But anyways, measure the temperature and the humidity of different areas. I put one of them in the crawl space and one of them outside, and one's in the house right now, but it'll go up into the attic eventually. But anyways, it would be like 85% humidity outside and 93% in the crawl space. I think I saw 97 at one point. I mean, it was just really bad, and I actually had to stop working on the air conditioning ducts because the tape actually would not even stick to any of the ducts because it was just so damp down there. So we bought a dehumidifier, I'm sorry. Bought it from Lowe's. It's one of the ones that has a little pump in it. It's actually an interior unit, but I don't have $2,000 to spend on a Crawlspace dehumidifier right now, so the best that I had was that. So put that down there. It's been running since Sunday evening, and here it is Tuesday. Yesterday my humidity in there dropped to mid 50s, and it's in the low 50s today. So I'm gonna see how much lower it gets right now. Some of the other issues that we've been battling, we had some mold reoccurring in there. So when I went through and I did my mold treatment, I did all of the rooms except for the kitchen and the dining room. And my thinking at the time was, oh, I just replaced the floor joists and the subfloor in here, I don't need to worry about it. Well, I guess there were still a bunch of mold spores in the dirt itself, and so it was recurring with, had a little light dusting of it. I did not paint any of those floor joists with kills either because they were all treated, and I didn't, like I said, didn't really think that it was going to be a problem. Well, it turns out it was. All of those floor joists specifically, and some of the subflooring has a light dusting of mold on it. So I got in there, did a mold treatment on a majority of it. I got to do some more in it, but I really needed to drive that humidity down. So that's where I'm at right now. She expects me to throw that little bitty stick. I'm not wrestling with her. So anyways, mold will grow in 60% or greater humidity, and ideally you want your crawl space to be between 30 and 50. So that's where I've been at with that. getting that down. You know, I'm below the mold growing threshold, not quite within the ideal range just yet, but some of the issues that we had was over the weekend. I had mentioned the heavy rains. The French drain, I don't necessarily think that it failed, but I had water pouring into my crawl space again, and I don't think, like I said, it was because the French drain failed. I think it was mostly because it was just so much rain, and I've got some investigation to do to figure out exactly what was allowing that water to come in. So I don't know yet. But anyways, there was a stream and some standing water down there, and that's really what's preventing us from getting below the 50% range right now. So anyways, that's where we're at on that, letting that do that, and we'll go from there. So another thing is the biggest bedroom in the house, the paint was peeling off the walls. It was all bubbling from that catastrophe. So we're working on getting that paint all pulled off. Teresa's actually kind of taking that project up. I got her an orbital sander the other day to help take that off, but I mean, it's still a big pain. It's a lot of work to take the paint off the walls, but all that stuff all has to come off. It's just all, it's bubbling up from even the lowest layer in some spots, and yeah, you know, it's just one of those things. Boy, it sure sucks. So it's been a frustrating last couple of weeks, but I think we're on the back end of that. You know, we're really getting through with some of the stuff that we got being problems, and we're moving closer into getting close to the homestead. I say closer to getting close because we're not quite there yet, but we've got some cold crops growing, so you know, hopefully with all of this lettuce that we've got, this will be enough lettuce to feed us throughout the winter for our salads, because we do eat a lot of salads. And you know, it's such a huge relief to finally get caught up on the yard. I know it still looks really not great, but some of this grass out here, you probably saw it in some of my other videos. I mean, it was hip high in some spots out here. So I've just been working through that. Eventually I'll get all these grass clippings all cleaned up, and it'll look nice. It's actually a really nice lawn. There's some mud tracks and stuff in here because I was hauling dirt in the back of my truck, and sorry, just a casualty, but it is what it is on that. But I mean, it's actually it's a really nice lawn. It's got really nice grass in it. There's a couple of spots like this where they used to have accessories for pools and stuff, but yeah, anyways, I'm getting badgered because it's time to go eat dinner and stuff, so I better go get in there and do that. But there's the update, and that's where we're at. So I'll catch you all, if not next week, then 2 weeks from now. I've just been so busy. Tuesdays come around so fast, it's hard to make a video every week. I know that sounds silly, but you know, it is what it is. So thanks for watching. I see y'all later.